Welcome to Independence High School. My name is Kate Perry, or welcome back to Independence High School. It's me, Miss Perry. Either way, I'm really looking forward to working with you this year. And even though we're starting off in this sort of weird, no man's land of learning that's all new to all of us, we're gonna make it work. It's gonna be a good year. It's gonna be different. That's okay. And we're gonna go with the flow a little bit. We're gonna fix things as we go along. We're gonna change stuff up as we need to. It's gonna be fun. We're gonna figure it out together. So welcome back. I'm glad you're here. This is serving as an introduction, in part because there's a ton of stuff that I have to make sure that I have told you, and knowing myself as I do, if I talk to you individually, I'm going to forget stuff. So I have my nice little checklist of all the things that I need to say, and I figured this way I could make sure that everything gets covered and I won't forget anything. So here we go. First things first, we're gonna be doing this by Zoom. That is our new format, at least for as long as we are doing distance learning. That means every week you're gonna meet with me by Zoom. You're gonna meet with all your other teachers by Zoom. Whether that means that you're taking yoga by Zoom or your math classes, science, you name it, we're doing it all in this format. It's okay if you're not familiar with it. It's okay if you don't have it yet. It's okay if you don't know how it works. We're gonna get to all of that. If you've already figured that stuff out, great. If you haven't, we'll walk you through all the pieces to it. We will send you other videos on how it works. Don't worry, we're all gonna get there together, okay? Every week, we're gonna have our meeting, as usual, just like if it was back in the old days when you came into school. Now we're just gonna do it from the comfort of your home, or wherever you are living, okay? If you are having trouble with technology stuff, you don't have a laptop that you can use, you don't have internet access that is regular and available, please let us know now. If it changes later, let us know then. We have services and technology available for you. So please tell us so we can help you and make sure that you're not falling behind through no fault of your own, okay? We have ways to work with this. Please let us, okay? We are still gonna meet every week. So be prepared, be on time. Just like if you were coming to school, you still need to be signing in at the appropriate time. You still need to have the appropriate attire, all of that kinds of things for if you were going to school. So please make sure that you're doing all of the usual stuff on those days. Work still needs to be done in a timely manner, still needs to be done weekly, still needs to be turned in. We'll talk about how stuff gets turned in, don't worry about it as we go. Our first appointment, we're gonna talk about all of the logistical details on how things are gonna happen, okay? So just put that aside for now and know that we will get it sorted out. And if something doesn't work, we're gonna try something else because this is new to us too. So we're gonna try stuff and then we may be like, well, that didn't work out so well. Let's do this other thing instead. So we need your patience. We're going to be patient with ourselves. You're gonna be patient with yourselves, and we're all gonna get through it together, okay? Having said that, some things don't change. If you were with us last year, there's still going to be assignment sheets. There's still gonna be weekly assignments from your history and English teachers or whatever classes you have that you need for graduation. If you're new to us, we will be giving you out weekly assignments that you will need to turn in the next week, like clockwork. So that stuff hasn't changed. So some of this will feel very normal for those of you returning. For those of you who are new to us, this is all gonna be a new, fun, and exciting adventure. And you will ask us lots of questions, and we'll get all of your stuff sorted out and organized and ready to go. We are gonna spend the first couple of weeks of school just getting us organized, getting all of our technology working, getting all of the supplies you need. All of that stuff is going to happen in the first couple of weeks. So just know we're not gonna dive in to curriculum from the get-go. We're not, because it's going to take us a little while to get everybody up and running, to make sure all the systems we're using are working appropriately, to make sure everybody has the technology and textbooks and supplies, all of that stuff. So just know that we've put a couple of weeks of padding in so that we can get all that sorted out and have everybody feel comfortable with the systems that we're going to be using. Okay? Textbooks. I should mention those. A bunch of stuff now is on Clever, which many of you used last year, and we're going to continue to use that this year. Having said that, hardback, regular printed textbooks will be checked out to you the second week of school, along with other supplies. So if you're taking art, there's going to be art supplies that get checked out to you as well. All of that kind of stuff is going to be available, calculators, all that kind of stuff. So during the second week of school, things will be checked out to you as needed. All right. We're going to talk to you a lot this year. For those of you who are returning, you know this. We call all the time and you're like, good gracious, are they calling me again? Yes, the answer is yes. We are talking to you all the time. We're going to talk to you on Zoom. We're going to talk to you on the phone. We're going to talk to you by email. We're going to talk to you on this new fancy website called Canvas. All sorts of communication is going to happen, not just with you as a student, but also with your parents, especially because we're trying something totally new here. We are looking for feedback. We want to make sure everything's working. We want to make sure everything is going smoothly and what we can do to help if it's not. So please trust that you will be hearing from us all the time. We are also regularly updating our website now for Independence, so it's also a good place to go if you're looking for information. You might want to try there if you don't feel like you want to call us and figure it out that way, or email, or whatever. Okay? We also have a new counselor. Yay! Sadly, Miss Crum did retire at the end of last year, but we also are lucky enough to get a very, very qualified person to come in and replace her. Her name is Shannon Abono. She used to be a counselor over at Liberty, and she is now working very hard for us and with us, and we are super excited to have her here. She is here for whatever counseling needs you have. So whether that's transcripts in classes, that's mental health, you name it, she is here to help. So you can contact her through the office directly. You can talk to me about how to get a hold of her. I can send requests to her through me if you would rather. Whatever works. Chances are you're going to be hearing from her at some point, especially if you are a senior. Don't assume that if you're getting a call from her, something horrible has gone on. We have a very small student population, so it allows our counselor to be able to check in with everyone, which is fantastic for us. So please know that you will probably be hearing from her at some point. Like I said, particularly for our seniors, because we want to make sure you're on track for graduation. And that she is here for you, whatever you need, okay? If this isn't working, please know that we have a lot of systems in place for helping you and your family to figure out what's going on, to see what kinds of things you might need. So just know in advance that that's totally a thing that we will be talking to you about. So if work's not getting turned in, if we're having a hard time contacting you, if you're not showing up for your appointments, we're going to be chatting probably a lot about what kinds of things you need to feel successful in this space and to get the work done you need to do so that you can graduate. So please know that it's not a bad thing if things aren't working. What we need to hear from you, though, is what's not working so that we can figure out how to change it, how to find another way, how to make it happen so that you're going to get where you want to go and we've fulfilled the learning requirements so that you can get there. Okay? So that might involve meetings with the counselor, it might involve tutoring times, it might involve different classes being assigned. All of that stuff is possible. We just need to know, and hopefully sooner rather than later, if something isn't working. We may come to you saying, hey, it doesn't look like something's working, but please don't wait for us. If we're not seeing it and you're feeling it, please tell us. It will help. We will work to find something. Community service and work for that matter. Work permits are still available, so if you happen to be working, please make sure that your work permit is up to date with us. That can be done through the office. For our seniors, community service for this semester is waived based on the safety issues. We just don't feel comfortable with that requirement being in place right now, so we are waiving it for all students taking government in the fall. We'll deal with the spring when we get to the spring, because who knows what kind of world we're going to be living in by then. We just don't want to make promises at this point, okay? Parents, please contact us, talk to us. You'll be hearing from us. It doesn't mean bad things are happening. We like to talk to our parents. We like to keep you informed. We like to know what's going on. We like to be of help. So if you need stuff, if you're just checking in, you want to know how your student's doing, please, please, please call us, join the Zoom meeting, whatever works. We would love to hear from you. I would love to hear from you. Don't be a stranger. So this is orientation. Welcome. From here, you will be having your first Zoom meeting with me, scheduled this week, hopefully. And let me know if you need stuff in the meantime, and we'll figure it all out as we go. So thank you for being here. Thank you for joining us this year. I'm really looking forward to working with you, and I'll talk to you soon.